Why would we go to the polls in record number for the president of the United States and not for the mayoral race, something that's directly connected to us in the city?
Because as black people, we came off our political high. I think what we have to do is this. We have to put President Barack Obama's election and ascension to the presidency in a proper context. Which is a symbolic victory. And the symbolism that it represents. As long as black people, we can look at the presidency of Barack Obama and the first family in the way of them representing black life. To a lot of people, that was enough. So we have to look at that presidential election, not just from a St. Louis local perspective, not just from a national perspective, but an international perspective. Symbolically. We're just talking about symbolism. Because if we look at historically, in terms of how the black man or the black family has been perceived throughout the world, it has been in such a tragic way. Okay? So here comes this prominent black political figure in Barack Obama with this black, in some people's eyes, beautiful black woman with these black children. To a lot of black people, symbolically, that meant more than a political aspect of him winning. But now that the political hangover is now over, we now have to look at this thing politically and say, well, we voted for him, and black folks voted for him in droves. We voted for him. Now we can just sit back now and just let the trickle-down theory apply itself. Whatever happens at the top happens at the bottom. He even said it himself in terms of Barack Obama. All ties lifts all boats. Meaning that whatever they do at the top is going to have a positive effect on what happens on the people on the bottom. But that's not necessarily true. Once we become politically educated in terms of exactly what we need to do for ourselves, then those of us will begin to do that work for their homes, their communities, and for black people. So, to answer your question, basically the reason, in my opinion, in my educated guess, the reason we didn't come out in the mayoral, the local race, was because we've accepted the symbolic symbol of a black president and a black family in the White House versus the reality of what our real political and social and educational and economic situation is. So in other words, we can live with Barack Obama in the White House as well as live with the disenfranchisement locally.